Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's been a long time, I know, but today I'm gonna go ahead and just catch you guys up with what's going on with my life, and I'm also gonna just do a talk through makeup tutorial. So just a heads up, this video is going to be fairly long, so if you guys want to see how I created this look and you want to skip the part where I'm catching up with you guys, you're more than welcome to. And that part's gonna go pretty fast. So yeah, today I'm using the Urban Decay Beach palette, which is this right here. If it would focus, there you go. Yeah, there you go. And then I'm also using the Androgyny palette and the Beauty Killer palette by Jeffree Star. I do know that there's new palettes out there from Jeffree Star, but this girl doesn't have the money to buy it, so y'all just be patient. I will get it one day. It could be tomorrow, it could be another day, I don't care, but I'll get it sometime soon, whatever. Well, anyways, yeah, so I guess this is it. Just keep watching. Alright, so I've already done my eyebrows, and I'm gonna go ahead and put some primer on and spray my face to make it nice and moist.
So today I'm just going to use the Cover FX mattifying primer with anti-acne treatment. I don't have acne, but I'm going to use it, which is this one right here. Can you see it? Yeah, there you go.
It just came in one of my sample bags when I went to shop at Ulta one day, so I decided, what the heck, let's use it, right? So I know it's been like a while already, so I wanted to make this video to kind of like follow up with some of the things that's been going on. Yeah, as you guys know,
Yeah, this is my dog, my Pomeranian. He drives me insane, but you know, you gotta love him because they're your children.
Anyways, updates on my life. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and use the NYX matte finish setting spray. For foundation, I'm gonna go ahead and use the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Foundation in the color 101. Alright, so it's been a while since I've done an actual makeup tutorial, because I've been noticing that there has been more attention towards fashion, my fashion videos, so I haven't really done any makeup videos. So, you know, I haven't had anything to try on lately, so I was like, what the heck, let me just go ahead and do it, even though, I don't know, I just felt like I didn't want to do anything. But behind all that, there's a reason, of course. I was in the hospital about a month ago. They said I had a panic attack because, of course, for those who don't know, I've been battling with anxiety for quite a while now. It's been since 2014, since my mom passed of cancer, and it's been really difficult. And you know, it's just been very difficult, because when she passed, you know, I live here in the States, and for those that don't know, my mom lived in Puerto Rico, and the last time I actually saw my mom was when my youngest daughter was a year old, I think, and my daughter's 12 now. So by that time when she passed, my daughter was 10, so it had been 10 years since the last time I saw my mom. So it was crazy. When I found out when my mom passed, it was, well, when I found out that she had cancer was in, what, November? And this whole time she thought she had a muscle spasm, and come to find out she actually had cancer. So when she found out, when she found out, it was too late for treatment. As soon as I found out, I got the first flight the next day, but by the time I woke up the next morning, my mom had already passed. So it was very, very difficult because my mom and I never had that bond. We always had, like, we were always fighting, and I wasn't the best daughter because, of course, I went through a lot when I was younger, and I became a rebel, and I guess I took it out on my mom for all the things that happened when I was young. So when I got there, mind you, I haven't spoken to my mom in a long time already. And when I found out, I was so afraid of listening to her voice. I didn't talk to her the day before she passed because I was a coward. And yeah, it was really hard not to be able to say goodbye to her. So ever since then, I feel like I've had a lot of anxiety. And all right, so anyways, after my mom passing, of course we buried her, and you know, ever since then it's just been really hard. It's been really hard to cope, and really hard to be just me. So like for a while I debated. I didn't want to get any medicine or anything like that, but until last year I decided to, because my anxiety went to a point that I was forgetting things and all this crap. I don't know, it was just crazy. And they got me on Lexapro for about a year, and within that year I gained 60 pounds. So I don't know if it was the medicine that was making me eat a lot, or it was just not working my anxiety, or whatever the case was, or whatever. But until then I've been having a lot of, I'm not gonna say problems, but things that have happened between my family and myself. Things have been not very like I want them to be, because I feel like I've been the bad sheep in the family. Like, I know nobody's perfect, but, and part of it I guess is my fault, because I'm not a talker. I'm not the type of person that likes to talk over the phone. I'm more of a text person, or I don't know whatever you call that. But I'm just, you know, I like to talk to people face to face, and I'm just not the type of person that enjoys talking over the phone. You know, you can't blame me for that. But anyways, my daughter graduated from high school, and she started a new relationship in which I personally feel like he has all the red flags. And when I say red flags, you guys know what I'm talking about. And it's not easy to accept that your child is walking into a dangerous relationship, and they, of course, they say that they know more than you, and you know, they just know more than you. Let's just say that. When really, you know, you're just wanting the best for your child. That's the goal, right? That's what you really want. You're not here to make their lives a living hell, but unfortunately, sometimes parents just go a little overboard and do things that, of course, they're going to regret later on, but at the moment, you think that was the best thing to do. So, my daughter decided that she was going to stay living with her boyfriend. She just turned 18 yesterday. And I feel like it's just hard to see that, you know, that's what she wants, is to move in. And I guess me personally, being a domestic violence survivor, it's just really hard to let your child go into that environment that, you know, might be harmful for her in the long run. Even though right now they're in the honeymoon phase, and well, there's nothing really I can do about it. So, long story short, last week I had thoughts that I do regret, because it wasn't really myself. It was really my brain reacting to, like, winging out the Lexapro, I guess, because apparently Lexapro might give you thoughts of, like, which I don't want to talk about right now because it's just difficult to even say. Like, I never thought that I would have those kind of thoughts to harm myself. So, when I had the thoughts, I was already weighing off from the Lexapro 2 weeks ago, because I felt like I was a robot, if it makes sense, and I had gained so much weight. I just felt like, you know, I want to feel like a human again. I want to feel sadness. I want to feel happiness. I want to cry. I want to yell. But I feel like it was the worst time to do it, because I was already going through so much stress and disappointment. I just really didn't, well, I mean, I didn't expect all that to happen, but, you know. So, last week, the night before I went to the hospital, I was fighting with myself, and I literally cried myself to sleep, because I had this thought about getting a belt and just putting it around my neck and just kill myself. Yeah. I really, really, really was fighting within myself so I wouldn't do it. And it was really hard. It was really hard. And I guess it has a lot to do with my mom and not having my daughter here, and within other things that it's not even worth to even talk about. I'm not proud of what I was thinking, because I'm all about, you know, having the strength to overcome every situation. There's no use of doing such thing. But like I said, I feel like it was the medicine, because right now I'm on a different medication that they put me on until I see a therapist, because all this time since I was younger, um, I never got to see a therapist, psychiatrist, or nothing like that. So they said with everything that happened in my life, I should see somebody and talk to. And that doesn't mean I need to talk to, YouTube, because, yeah, probably just gonna fast forward all this. So there's no point. So that night when I was struggling, I went to bed, and my wife didn't even notice, because of course we had already had an argument for me wearing her shoes. So she hates it when I wear her shoes. Like, before I wouldn't care, but at that moment when I wanted to, like, just talk to her and all this, she was upset, and I can't blame her. She was upset. And the next morning, I was hoping those thoughts were gone, but unfortunately, when I get to work, I'm still thinking, I want to end it. I don't want to be part of this life. And I text my wife and I tell her, I don't want to be here anymore. I'm so sad, and I feel like my kids don't love me, and I'm not wanted, and what's the point of being here? So she starts freaking out, and she thinks, I'm about to do something crazy. And, I just tell her, you'll be fine with the kids. You don't have to worry about me. And I work at a pediatric office, and the doctor I work for, she saw me crying, and she said, this is something that you need to talk to your doctor about, because it's probably your medicine that's making you think all these things. And you said yourself you've been weighing out, because me and my doctor I work with, we have a really good relationship, and we talk about everything. And, like, this was one of them. And I'm really, really glad I did, because I wasn't planning on going to the hospital or anything like that. So she told me, call your doctor. And I called my doctor, and I told her, this is what's going on. I have a plan. I have where and when it's going to happen. And I'm afraid that it's going to happen. And, you might not see me tomorrow, because it's probably going to be already done. So, she said, you need to go to the hospital as soon as possible, so they can do an eval on you. And that's what I did. I went over there to the hospital, and they evaluated me, and I was in this box of a room without windows, without anything. And they made me change my clothes, and use these scrubs that they give you or whatever. They just asked me, do you feel like you want to harm yourself? Do you want to harm somebody else? Of course, I said no, I didn't want to harm anybody, but I felt like I needed to be evaluated, because I was already having these thoughts that I've never had before. Regardless of all the things I've been through within my life, I never had these thoughts. So I told them my story, and I told them, everything I went through since I was little and what's going on now. And, I talked about my mom, and, they asked me if I wanted to stay. And of course I said no, because I for real didn't like, being in a hospital. And I just don't like medicine, don't like hospitals, don't like medicine, don't like none of that. I try to take all my medication like it's supposed to. But anyways, I followed up with my doctor the next day. And, after I left the hospital, I felt better, because I got to talk and let everything out. And it was a good thing to do, I feel, because it's not worth committing suicide when you have a beautiful family outside waiting for you, and it's just not worth it. And I felt like, how stupid can one be and just do something like that? But I'm just thinking to myself, like, me personally, I still have 2 daughters, and I feel like, what would they do without me? And it wouldn't be worth it to have them suffer without me, and feel that pain that I felt losing my mom. So the other 2 children that I have at home were the ones who kept me alive and are keeping me alive right now. I did get an appointment with my with a therapist, so hopefully I get a chance to release and see what the crap is going on, because I do know now that I'm dealing with depression, and it is not a great thing to have, because you have your ups and downs, and it's really, really a nightmare within yourself. Like, you're just fighting to stay alive, and your brain is just telling you, just do it, it's not worth it. And I feel like that's not how it should be. And at that moment when I wanted to do it, I just didn't care. And I hate to say it, but it's true. So that's what happened last week. My daughter went to see me even after after she moved out, and we had a huge argument and whatever. But what really, really, really hurts right now is that she says that I'm a bad mom, and I try to kill myself for attention and all this crazy stuff, whatever. But what people don't understand is that when you're going through depression, like, I feel like I'm going through depression myself. It's a sickness, just as if you had the flu. Your body is fighting, and it's trying to survive, and it's just this fight. It's just a fight inside of yourself, and you're just like, I don't want to do this. But then the other side is saying, yeah, just do it. You don't have anything else to lose. Just do it. Nobody's gonna miss you. Nobody cares for you. Nobody loves you. So that's how it's feeling. And yeah, I'm on Zoloft right now, taking half a pill every morning. And I've been 4 days on it now, and I feel like I feel better, kinda, sorta. I don't have those crazy thoughts, I'll tell you that. But for all of you that are struggling with depression, I definitely feel your pain. No matter if you're a guy, a girl, whatever, a kid, I feel you. I feel exactly how you feel. And it feels like your heart is bleeding inside and nobody can do it, and you're screaming your guts out inside for help, and you feel alone, like you you can't save yourself. You feel like the only option is to die. And right now I just feel like, looking back at it, it was really hard. So, like I said, that's what happened to me last week. I had to block some negative people in my life that were not helping the cause. So now it's time to take care of myself and my depression and convert it into something positive. And that's the plan. That's what I want to do, because I feel like God has a purpose, has a plan for me, and I'm gonna try my best to stay here as much as I can to make it, with pills or without pills, because I still got 2 more children that depend on me and they need me. So that's that. Yeah. So let's stop all the crying and all the sadness and all this crap. So I'm gonna start with my eyes. I don't know what I'm gonna do today. I'm gonna have the Beauty Killer palette, the Androgyny palette from Jeffree Star, and the Urban Decay Beached eyeshadow palette. Not sure what I'm gonna do, but we're gonna do something. I'm gonna go ahead and use the Jeffree Star China White. Okay, and then I'm gonna use Courtney from the Jeffree Star palette. I'm just gonna go in my crease. So I got a question for you guys. Do you want to see more videos with me doing makeup, like a talk through, or without music, or I mean, what do you guys want to see? I really want to do something that you want to watch, so I won't be wasting my time. Because like I said, I know you guys don't really watch my makeup videos because of course the quality isn't like Nikki Tutorials or, you know, Jeffree Star or Manny Moore. Oh, I love him. He's so hot. Or Patrick Star. I mean, she is amazing too. But you know, things are hard right now because I have 2 more kids. So it has to be for them, because they're going to school this year and every other year, right? So yeah, just tell me, what do you guys want to see for future videos? Is it makeup? Is it beauty house? I don't know, just think about it. So now I'm gonna use from the Androgyny palette. I'm using the Safe Word with that same brush just to go over that crease color that I use. Then I'm gonna go in with Charm from the Androgyny palette, and I'm gonna go with my Morphe Platinum brush and go a little over the crease. Alright, then I'm gonna go in with Dominatrix from the Androgyny palette, and I'm gonna go in with my Morphe M562 brush and just go deep into that crease. Okay, so now with the Beauty Killer palette, I'm gonna go in with Vanity. And I'm gonna go back in that crease with the same brush. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and go with my Urban Decay Naked Basics palette. And I'm gonna go in with Crave, which is this black matte color. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and go in with this brush right here with the rest of whatever product it has. And I'm gonna go over and kind of like brush. Alright, so now I'm gonna go ahead and cut the crease. Alright, so I don't know what color I want to use. I think I want to use from the Urban Decay Beach eyeshadow palette. I want to use the color Plunge, which is this right here. So let's do it. Alright. So let's see. Okay, so I'm gonna go over it with Charm from the Adronology palette. And I'm gonna go, I'm gonna go over that crease. And then I'm gonna go over with Dominatrix again. Alright, so I don't know how this is gonna look, but I'm gonna go ahead and use this silver Silkissime by L'Oreal, and it's like in this silver color. So let's see. I don't know how it's gonna look, so I'm just gonna wait. So let's see. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just winging it. I'm telling you. But that line looks hot. Now I'm gonna go ahead and use Maybelline Lasting Drama Black eyeliner. I'm gonna go in the waterline. Okay, and I'm gonna go ahead and go with the same colors that I use like on the crease side. So let's do that. Alright, so for my inner corner, I'm going to use Frosting from the Adronology palette. Alright, so that's it kind of for the eyes. I'm going to go ahead and prep my eyes with some mascara and put on my Dodo lashes. And then we'll go with the lips. Alright, so lashes are now on. And the lashes that I'm using is the Dodo Lashes D115 and they feel amazing. Yeah, should get it. And if you decide you want to get it, go ahead and click the link below. There is a discount code, which is G Hypnotic, and I'll leave it down below for you guys. So if you want to get your dodo lashes, get them today. Yeah. Anyways, so now I'm gonna go ahead and set my face and put some highlighter on, and then the lip, and then we should be ready to go, girl. And I'm so sorry I went blabbing about my life, but I feel like for the followers that I have, I need to give you an explanation why I'm not on YouTube all the time. But I believe awareness is out there, and I feel like I need to tell you guys what's going on. That way, I guess, if y'all ever want to talk to me or talk to anybody about it, just know that you're not alone, and we're here. We all go through it, or some of us go through it. So yeah, let me stop. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and set up my face again with my NYX matte finish. And I'm gonna go ahead and go back to my roots and use the Wet n Wild highlight powder, which is this one, and it's the Mega Glow and the color Precious Petals. So for the lip, I'm gonna go ahead and use the NYX Lingerie liquid lipstick in Cabaret Show, which is this one right here. Alright, and then I kind of want the glossy look, so I'm gonna go over that with my ColourPop Ultra Glossy Lip in the color Tight Fit. Alright, so let me go ahead and fix my hair, and I'll be right back.
We got no choice but to turn this bitch sideways. I can't believe that it's Freaky Friday.
Wait, what the fuck?
And now I'm in Ed Sheeran's body. It's way less cool than being Chris Brown was.
What the fuck again?
I'm DJ Khaled. Why am I yelling?
I'm Kendall Jenner. I got a vagina. I'm gonna explore that right now. Holy shit, I got a vagina. I'm gonna learn. I'm gonna understand the inner workings of